I've noticed that Tuesdays tend to be the earlier days streams, which means I probably set that aside for something other than Persona. I was like, I want to stream something, but it's kind of just low stakes chill day, and I had Stardew Valley on PlayStation. So I got Stardew Valley on PlayStation. There are no files on here. I have no trophies. That's partially why I did it on PlayStation. I don't fully know what kind of run I'm going to. Oh, yeah, proof that it's outdated. Beach Farm is the most recent one. Anyways. Okay, this music is louder than it needs to be. This happens all the time. I'm kind of just gonna chill out for the day. Because farm game is fun, and you don't need to think very much. Except maybe like, oh hey, what should I do throughout the day here? There's also only the 3 cats and 3 dogs, but I've always been partial to this gray one. I like the cats in the game. I'm hoping, though, at some point 1.6 will be released for console. Just so then it's like, oh hey, we've got the new stuff. Not gonna have the new farm, but I mean, that's fine because it's pretty much just fancy grass and some chickens, which I'll probably get by the end of spring if I do my fishing right. I've noticed that I always go for like the same thing in character creation. There's also no accessory. What kind of name for a farm? Okay, I could go for like, you know, standard farm. I could go for the beach farm. The forest, hilltop. I have the least experience in the beach farm now that I think about it, because I think I played a little bit of on like the multiplayer with that one, and then kind of let it go. Got the moments of sitting here and thinking, what should I name my farm? Honestly, I might just base it around something I find looking around my room. Because usually I go for like some sort of aesthetic type name. I can't fully do it all the time. Favorite thing. Anti-capitalism. No. I'd probably choose a food. By that, can I fit fettuccine Alfredo? Fettuccine. Peak pasta. It's amazing. For the name of the farm, it's the side of a beach. The farm is in the middle of several areas of land. That's not possible. I will not skip oh wait, I wanted to change the settings a little bit. Community center bundles. I always go for the normal stuff. The normal stuff happens. What if I change them? I'll take monster spawning, because why not? Multiplayer is not necessarily relevant. I will also ensure 1 year completable. I'm doing stuff I don't usually do for the sake of the live thing. And I'm not skipping the intro because technically this is my playthrough of Stardew Valley. Which means I will also be doing bad voice acting with my terrible headset microphone. And for my very special grandson, I want you to have this sealed envelope. No, don't open it yet. Have patience. Now, listen close. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. And your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. When that happens, my boy, you'll be ready for this gift. Now, let Grandpa rest. I don't know if that was actually the grandfather or if that was, like, someone else. Like a parent. A bunch of people working office jobs who absolutely hate it. Also a cowboy that seems to be having a very fun time. Also, at that very last desk, he did. Some number of years later, and we open up a drawer with an envelope in it. Dear Ren, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I'd lost sight of what mattered most in life, real connections with other people and nature, so I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy, Impossible Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley on the southern coast. It's a perfect place to start your new life. This was my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you're on the family name, my boy. Good luck. P.S. If Lewis is still alive, say hi to the old guy for me, will ya? With the burden of life, we leave our office job and take a bus out to the middle of nowhere. That stereotypical scene with the bus ride out to an area that's like, small area, this world of this distance off. Also, the bus exploded. Leaving the bus, you meet a lady who is greeting you at the bus stop. I was going to say the front of something. This front of nothing. Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. I am definitely not in speaking condition today. He's there right now, tidying things up for your arrival. The farm is right over here, if you'll just follow me. For tidying up, it seems to be, a little messy. What's the matter? Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil underneath that mess. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. No time, you say, huh? And here we are, your new home. Ah, the new farmer. Why did I have to choose the mullet? Now I'm kind of regretting that. Welcome, I'm Lewis, Mayor of Pelican Town. You know, everyone's been asking about you. It's not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal. So, you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. It's a good house. Very rustic. Rustic? That's one way to put it. Crusty might be a little more apt, though. Clearly he doesn't take kindly to that. Don't listen to her, Ren. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so you buy one of her house upgrades. She doesn't seem to be very happy with that. Anyway, you must be tired from the long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow you ought to explore the town a bit and introduce yourself. The townspeople would appreciate that. Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, just place it in this box here. I'll come by during the night to collect it. Well, good luck. I have not seen that intro in... I don't even know how long at this point. Just because I don't feel the need to sit through it every time. Okay, I'm going to want to change my settings around a bit too. Auto run is a yes. Tool hit location's nice. What is item stowing? I need to take a look at that. Item stowing. Seems to be a console specific thing. If you're holding an item you can eat with item stowing on, you can press the main action button to put it away so you don't accidentally gift it to someone. I would reply to this thing being like 4 years later, you're still helping people with this, but it's kind of locked. Thanks, Reddit, for strangely having all the answers that I need. I'll take that. I don't really want to lock myself into something. If I had another person and another controller, I'd be able to be like, hey, let's do a multiplayer thing. I don't. Fishing bite sound. Go regular. Second one. Third one. The default's kind of the best one. I usually like to scale the zoom and UI down a little bit. Then controls the screen. There's a screenshot button in here. There's a screenshot button on the playlist. Oh, playlist. PlayStation. Jeez, I am not in it today. That's also not the right button. Yeah, I'm used to using a PS5 controller on the Steam Deck version of Stardew. And then when I switch to the PlayStation, I press the same button, and it's like, oh hey, let's capture this. And I just took a screenshot. It's never something you can get used to when it's like multi-platform gaming. Anyways, to start off the day, it's probably best to clear yourself out at least a bit of space. You're a little bit better off in the end when you can actually do things and maybe, I don't know, see a little bit. I'm not doing this run as a challenge run like some of the ones on YouTube, like low percent. I actually watched a low percent run, and it was like, well, okay, I guess it's like the first low percent run that was actually done, which I don't remember who the YouTuber was, but it takes a lot of effort to, like, keep an eye out on all your experience levels and keep them to a minimum. Definitely not something I can do. Because, like, sometimes when I'm playing this game, I just have the tendency to just zone out. Oh, that's item stowing. Okay. Other than that, kind of just water plants and go on with your day. The first day in this game actually supplies you with a lot of things that you can do. Because you can do stuff like just spend the day. Spend the day clearing out your farm. You are able to like go explore different areas. Like there's a whole map here. Okay, I guess for a farm that I marked impossible, it's not that impossible because I guess I clear out this entire area to where's my thought process going? This is definitely a low thinking day. Jeez. Anyways, as I was trying to say in my thought process, they changed the surroundings of the farm to give a bit more variant that makes sense for which farm you choose. There we go, I found some words. You sleep in and all of a sudden you can't think anymore. Just to the right of the farm, you find the bus. When you try to take the bus, it's out of service. I've done enough time on the farm. Oh yeah, you got quests in the game. So you got introductions where you have to meet like the 28 people of the valley. It always considers Robin and the mayor already greeted because like you meet them in a cutscene. If you have to go and meet them and like, oh hey, nice to meet you, it would make no sense. Then there is getting started, which is basically just grow your parsnips. Surprising. Well, it should be surprising no one. Out in the valley. I'm gonna be yawning all stream. Out in the valley, you have access to a calendar. Shows different birthdays for different characters. Also, the purple flags are little festivals. There are some... Okay, the cursor looks a little bit weird moving around with like a tiny little blinking line at the side of it. I guess that just happens. Yeah, you got like 2 festivals in the 1.6 update, because I have played some of it. For like the 15th, the 15th through to the 17th, there are little stars that are like, oh hey, there's this festival you can do. Inaccessible, because not the right update. I am looking forward to that update. Coming to consoles though. I want to see what changes from file to file depending on if you start one. Oh, hello, I'm Penny. I am going to be searching every trash can I find. I can get some good stuff out of it, maybe. And honestly, anything I can get is something I should absolutely go for if I'm remixing the community center. I'm like 20 minutes into this, and I'm not even 5 hours into the day. If I were going by proper time, technically I should be done my first day right now, but I'm definitely taking it as a chill day. A good day one investment is a chest, because you're going to want to store your stuff. I want placement tile indicators that I know where I'm putting things. You can put stuff on like the left side of your house, but you can't on the right, and that's strange. I'll just put it in front though. Basically, you're going to want to store all the items. Always keep your hoe with you though. It is a very versatile tool that allows use in several different forms and are yeah, I definitely don't have words to describe things. You decide to take one day off and just relax. But then it's also like, while I'm relaxing, I want to do this thing. You do that thing, and then it just doesn't go great. I guess I know what they say when it's like, get your head in the game. You meet a man up the hills that views you as a stranger, and a blocked-off pathway with a rock. Actually, I do have a little thing that I can talk about while I'm going through this. Back in... It was either mid-2017 or early 2018, I had tried doing a little, like, video playthrough of Stardew Valley, and it did not go great. It was one of the cringiest and worst things that I had done. But then again, I was like early teenager years, so of course it would be stupid. You give a 13-year-old internet access and the ability to make videos like they're big YouTubers of fame and popularity past, and they're gonna replicate the worst way they can. Well, hello there, I'm Gus, chef and owner of the Stardrop Saloon. Oh yeah, Gus is an example of a salesperson. You've got basically this little cash register. Anyone standing behind a counter of an area that sounds like it could be a place you can buy stuff, you can. Gus sells beer, salad, bread, spaghetti, pizza, coffee, and a couple recipes. I say a couple and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 recipes. But also, you can't use the recipes. You're not going to benefit from them right now. But it's probably worth picking them up anyways. It won't take too long if you're good at managing your time and resources to get them. But instead I want to play the arcade game. I have beaten this exactly once. It was August 27th of 2020. I remember the day specifically because I put a little comment on my Steam profile being like, yeah, on this day I beat Journey to the Prairie King for Stardew Valley. And then I had my first day at my first job the next morning. The dedication put into having this done at 2 in the morning. And then it's like, oh yeah, I have to work at like 9. I'm not getting enough sleep. It was either 9 in the morning or it was 5 in the evening. But I don't think I've ever worked a 9 till 5 shift. It's always been a variant of some 8 hours from like 2 until 10, 8 until 4. But you go as far as you can with what you got. I'm feeling confident I'll be able to, like, get a bit of an upgrade on, like, the mic quality before the end of May. As long as I actually set stuff aside. That's one achievement already lost. Okay. As I was saying, I believe I'll be able to get a bit of an upgrade towards the audio quality. My last Persona stream, I had some dropped frames, which I had looked up after I'd finished the stream that day. I don't think I'll be able to get an upgrade to the internet. That's not my decision to make. But, I mean, I'll take what I can get. The fact is I get to do this on my, like, bored time anyways. Anyways, the item I picked up, that's just a nuke. That's just a nuclear bomb. It's basically a full screen wipe if you feel overwhelmed. It's very easy to get out of. If you use an item while you're holding an item, it would... I didn't even get it. Okay, that item that disappeared, coffee. It's supposed to make your speed go up. Same as Stardew Valley's game. Regular game. regular coffee. Stardew Valley game regular coffee. That sounds like a terrible, like, YouTube video name. Because you got the videos of just what buzzwords can I put in my title to get more people to view it. I'm not really one for all the big buzzwords and popularity thing, because I had that moment when I was 13 and I'm like, yeah, I'm good without it. I just kind of do what I want to do. And what I want to do is get the fucking Vector's Challenge trophy. I'm done. I'm not wasting my time with this. Fun fact though, that minigame does not change your time at all. You meet Baru, who is looking forward to meeting you. A lot of these characters pretty much have the same dialogue for meeting you. There's Abigail, heard someone new is moving on to the old farm. Pretty much everyone has like 2 dialogue boxes. Oh right, this is the update where they... Okay, it was either this update or 1.4, where they introduced the have you checked dialogue with everyone thing. And you can also take a look at the gift log, which I do think that was a 1.5 thing. 1.5 is really good for a lot of quality of life stuff. Now this area up here doesn't get unlocked until 1.6. I was like tilling that little area in the ground because I know you can't do anything with it, but it's like one of the very few areas you can actually till. Because like you can't till any areas in the shadows. You can't till over rocks. In, I guess, mods you're able to do all that, but how am I going to mod Stardew Valley for my PlayStation? Second thing, I'm pretty sure if I mod my PlayStation, the whole system's going to get bricked. I have full respect for people who can mod things. I'm even worried about modding my 3DS because I shut the servers down yesterday. I was able to spend my last hour live, like on, okay, not live, I didn't stream it, but I was able to spend the last hour that I had on the online islands for Animal Crossing. Those islands have never changed. In the last 9 years, there have been the same people being weird, doing weird things, and I basically use my experience there as a warning to others and be like, hey, be careful on these islands. There are some bad people on here. I don't even know how Nintendo was able to let people get away with that. But then they just shut down their servers. There have been people who have been doing weird stuff to people that was just not cool. And also, if somebody opens up their menu, that also keeps someone from leaving. If you have a new 3DS model like I do now, you can't just turn off your connection to get yourself out of there. Because, you're kind of stuck. I guess you could turn off your internet or the system itself. But then you lose all the items you had. Animal Crossing is going to have that same vibe, though, without the online. Like, yeah, I know that there are ways to circumvent that, but that requires mods, and I don't have the means or... What the hell was that? The means or guts to do that. Oh yeah, the bottom of the map has, like, this whole big dock and shipwreck type area. And the first of many enemies. there is no access to a weapon. You can't do anything at the moment. There's a small area that's made up of a lot of regular dirt, which using a hoe isn't going to do anything on it. The big logs and big stumps on your farm. Oh, and the big rocks. You can't do anything with them. They are stronger than your tools can withstand. Which, are the tools made out of stone? Because the next upgrade you'd get is copper. You can upgrade your tools, it makes them better. Also a cryptic note. Wait for my return on the dawn of your 3rd year. At a shrine. Yeah, if you get hit by an enemy, you take damage. All of your starter tools do 1 damage, which isn't enough. Simply put, not enough damage. The wilderness farm also gives you enemies, but you don't have to take the option to do it. Okay, it's 1 or 2 damage, but they definitely deal more to you than you can to them. The scythe does not use energy when you use it, so if you absolutely need to fend off an enemy, you got something. But also these bats are slow. But if you swing at it a bunch of times, you can get some items out of them. I have no idea what the bundles require right now, so I can sell every item I get. Kind of the only option I got. For all the work that we've done, level 1 foraging. Showing them off. So, Stardew Valley has a leveling system under your skills. By the way, 1.6, that wallet at the bottom is completely switched out with something different. There's a new tab, I think, between crafting and collections. But this is 1.5. You have 10 skills. Farming, mining, foraging, fishing, and combat. By the way, speaking of fishing, you go to the dock, you meet some guy named Willie who returned from a fishing trip. Anyways, you farming, mining, foraging, fishing, and combat. Farming experience is gained by doing things such as harvesting crops, collecting animal products. By the way, there are animals in this game. Mining. Basically, use your pickaxe, hit stones. Foraging. Knock down trees, collect items out in the world. I think even shake trees. Oh wait, no, you get seeds from level 1 foraging. But yeah, basically just like clearing up stuff around your farm, knocking down trees, picking up items, all that kind of stuff. Fishing, pretty self-explanatory, and combat. The bat that we fought, I say we as if there is anybody else who is in control of this game but myself. The bat that I fought is the creator of the game, Concerned Ape. I think he went on record saying that the combat in this game was kind of a test and trial by fire, but the new game that he's working on, which is Haunted Chocolatier, that's going to be a better representation of the combat in... it's like a better version of combat than it was here. Now, I don't fully know that. I've kind of been following information for that game, which I'm very excited for. Because, like, I've had this game since I first got my Steam account in 2017. And, like, okay, this was my first purchased PC game. I have effectively bought 4 copies of it at this point. Because I have Steam, I have Switch, I have PlayStation, and I have the mobile version. Just because I was bored. I was like, you know what if I get the mobile version of Stardew Valley? Which does not have online co-op. Oi there, son. There was a newcomer in town. Good to finally meet you. Still trying to unwind for a month or two out on the salty seas. It was a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. It's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. And hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. Nobody goes fishing in this town, except for the farmer. There's good water here in the valley, all kinds of fish. Oh yeah, my shop's back open now, so come by if you need supplies. I'll also buy anything you catch. If it smells, it sells. That's what my old pappy used to say, anyway. So there we go. You unlock access to fishing. With the fishing rod, use it in the water to catch fish. Now, the game basically puts you there and is like, hey, you're right beside water. Perfect area to catch fish. I want to walk around the beach first. So on the beach, you're able to collect items that you're also able to find on the farm. Or, proper phrasing is more so, on the beach farm, you're able to find items that you'd usually find on the beach. Artifact spots included. There is more than just clay. There's also a broken bridge. 300 pieces of wood required. That's not something I can really go for right now, because I don't have 300 pieces of wood or the experience to get it. Not experience, energy. Anyways, the game expects you to farm at the end of the dock there. I usually prefer farming out at this little rock. A little fact about the water in the game is that the further that you fish from land, the better quality of fish that you get. Or the darker water that you fish in. I completely missed that fish because I needed to cough. But the further out that you reach... Oh yeah, fun little fact about this first fish. You can to lose it. The whole thing about the fishing tutorial is that it expects you to win. Kind of to just give the example of catching the fish. Anyways, first fish is a herring. Ugh. Jeez. Every fish you catch has one of four, like, little stars. Or not one of four. One of 3 stars, or it could have no stars, like any of the items in this inventory here. You can get silver, gold, or a purple one, which is referred to as iridium. That basically is a dictator of... shows both how much more money you can get, or if you use it for specific things, like those recipes you can buy at the saloon, show you how many items you can get. Or not items, but how much result you can get out of it. Now, there are a lot of things that you can do with pretty much every item. It all kind of boils down to selling it, though. And I mean, really, if it works, you can kind of run with it. I'm good with a bite at any point now. I was about to say, it doesn't usually take... Actually, no, it does take that long. From another Stardew Valley video I watched, it was somebody who was trying to catch every fish in one day from an empty catalog. The statistics of fishing are like, at the very, very base of it all, it takes like 30 seconds. Which, that's a long time. Also, a frozen geode. That's actually something I'm going to show off now because my inventory is now full. I can't catch any fish unless I can clear this up a little bit. Basically, the geodes that you find, you're able to take to the blacksmith, who is on the far eastern side of town in this little hut place here. This is also a good chance to meet Clint, who is the blacksmith. Process geodes. Take a geode, put it on the anvil, it breaks it open, and you get a random item. The statistics of what you get out of geodes, like there are a lot of minerals and ores that you can get out of them, but it's also like varying percentage depending on what you get. Actually, I could just sell the fish I have to Willie and keep going. I don't think there's any difference if you sell the items directly compared to putting them in the shipping bin. Because in the end, a sale is a sale. And really, you want to take any sale you can get. You need the money. Now, I would like to state that as a part of 1.6, there's also something that shows you how much money you can make from... That is not the right item. How much money you can make from different items. That is not in this version, and I honestly really wish it was. It's a very helpful item. At least when it comes to doing stuff that's like, hey, your inventory's full. You need to value, like you need to find the proper value of your different items. What can you make more out of? Okay, maybe with the size of the fishing bar right now, trying to go for something else is not a good idea. But also it's a treasure chest. Like, come on. There's so many good things you could get out of the treasure chests. I'm not doing well at this. I'm not doing well at all. Finally, jeez. Okay, so, you can also get bait for fishing, which must be attached to a fishing rod. Oh wait, you can't, because this is the fishing rod for bait. I don't even think I can afford that right now. You go talk to Willie and you can go to his shop. Okay, there are only 2 fishing rods. And neither of them have a little box to add bait. I'll take a trout soup, though. Inventory space is, yes, kind of required. And I also can't really reach the rock, so it's not going to make any difference if I fish from there or if I fish from here right now. But usually, you are able to fish into the rock area and get some of the really, like the best quality non-trash items in the game for fishing. Sorry, no, I'm going to rephrase that because that was grammatically stupid. You are able to get better quality fish or less trash items. Specifically being, you know, trash. That can of soda that I picked up. Because yes, the cola in the game is considered trash. Then again, it comes from capitalism. The flagship product of a capitalist business. And it took me 7 years to realize what it's a reference to. Actually, technically it could be 8 years. Because I started playing this in January of 2017. Getting to 18 is 1 year. 19 is 2. 20 is 3. 21 is 4. 2 is 6. Is 5. 3 is 6. Nope, 2024 is 7. I got my math wrong. I'm in my 8th year of playing Stardew Valley. Which also means that this game has a very long, like a very profound impact on my life. And I mean, come on, it's a good game. I didn't want to sell that, but you know what? I didn't need it anyways. I'll take 20 gold. I've really gotten nowhere with fishing today. Usually you're able to get like a whole bunch of fish in a day. I think it's just an unlucky day. Also, somebody that you usually can't find. Might as well talk to him. Ah, the new farmer we've all been expecting, and whose arrival has sparked many a conversation. I'm Elliot. I live in a little cabin by the beach. It's a pleasure to meet you. Slowly but surely, meeting everyone in town. There are some people that are very easily found in different places, like, not the mayor, but that guy. Pierre, owner of the local general store. Pierre is one of the main people you can buy from, and also sell to. Like dandelions and leeks. Makes it a little bit more money, makes it a little bit easier to buy some potatoes. There's also Emily. She works at the saloon with Gus. Then we have a whole group of people here. There's Caroline, who is the wife of Pierre and mother of Abigail. Jody, who is mother of two characters who I have not met yet. There is Marnie, who is basically the local rancher and neighbor to the south. And then, of course, there is Robin. That's just her back-facing sprite. You can also meet people like Pam, who is kind of got not much going on right now. There is Alex, who lives in this house right here with his grandmother, Evelyn, who is basically the town granny, very nice, very sweet, and then the grumpy old man, Grandfather George. It's irritating to have to meet all these new people, huh? Name's George, by the way. Now buzz off. This is a good time to go out of my way and meet everybody. Except there's nobody at the saloon to meet, so it doesn't matter. There are also, like, the children here, who have nothing worth saying, and are people that are better off just kind of not. Kid arrives home without a key. Nobody in sight. There's Vincent. Mama says not to talk to strangers, but you seem okay. I'm literally just here to farm and make money. Finding some meaning of life outside of a boring corporate job. If only it were that easy. Oh yeah, fishing also has these little bubbles. The bubbles are basically, I'm gonna call them chance fishing spots, because it's a good chance to get something good out of fishing. Also, different areas of the town have different fish. Oh yeah, this was the update that introduced rice shoots as well, which I'm going to show off when I get back to the farm. Yeah, different areas have different fish that you can catch. And hopefully I can get something out of... well, at least something worthwhile out of all the fish. Bubbles do not stay around forever. They're gone. I think it's like a specific amount of time and then they're gone. It's now 7 p.m. and everyone's heading home. Anyways, upon returning back to the farm, I mean, it's like regular brightness out. I think if you go here, this isn't considered adjacent to water. Oh yeah, rice shoots grow faster if planted near a body of water, which is what I'm trying to show off, but I can't find any areas that might actually let me. Okay, I'm gonna test out here because it's like the closest spot I have. Okay, that is adjacent to water. Okay. And there's another stupid bat. Basically, plant rice shoots in areas adjacent to water. Fun fact, you don't need to water those. They just kind of grow. There are downsides to staying out at night with the settings I've chosen because now I'm under attack. In a couple days' time in game, I'm able to get a weapon. Then I don't have to deal with these bats all the time. But the question is if I can even survive getting back to my house without dying to bats. Why do I feel like I'm going to regret this? Okay, either I have the option to regret it, or I have the option to make the most out of it and get some pretty useful items that I wouldn't be able to otherwise. Like the bat wings, you only get those from fighting bats. And they can be useful for different crafting recipes, it just depends on how long you go to get there. Also, mixed seeds. The description, there's a little bit of everything here. Basically, you can plant the seeds, and after some set amount of time, depending on what you get out of it, you can get something out of it. Isn't that a great way to describe things? You know, completely nonsensical. Oh yeah, also TV. Can tell you the weather. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. In every Stardew Valley farm, year 1, spring 3rd, will be a rainy day. I am already missing another 1.6 feature. Because in 1.6, once you, reach a specific... Okay, thanks for the information that the spreading weeds are causing damage. Rainy days. They water your crops. Where was I going with the other thing? I know I had a point there. But, it was... completely lost. Okay. I'm not gonna get anything out of that. Unless it was the rain. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember it. I'm gonna look back on this in, the next hour when I'm done the stream, and then I'm gonna be like, oh. It was that simple. Yeah, I'm gonna get some water really quickly. Usually when I say get water, it's just, oh hey, I have a water bottle beside me. Anyways, pick up a rusty spur in the ground. That's what the item is. Gunther can tell you more about this if you donate to the museum. You get a quest to visit Gunther at the museum. The museum is open at 8. It is 7:10. It's probably more worthwhile to clear out some more area on the farm. Also, when it's raining, all the music is gone. Which kind of makes it a bit more, I guess, somber, if I want to go with that. I would pull up the Stardew Valley soundtrack through Spotify and see if that works through stream, but at the same time, I don't have it readily available to find in the Spotify menu on the PlayStation. I don't really want to accidentally press something that'll end up being, oh hey, this is copyright. Also, the falling tree sound is really weird. It doesn't usually sound like that. It usually goes a little bit faster. So I'm going to be very concerned about what's going on there for the entirety of the playthrough. Or, unless it fixes itself. That last one's not very likely. A lot of this game comes down to getting materials you need to do certain things, like chopping down trees, which I'm going to spend a lot of time doing because I do want to get that 300 wood. I mean, it's not like there's much I can do to change that. Okay, maybe not change it, but it's not much I can do to make it faster at the moment. But that's also like, reach a certain point. I think it's like spring 5? Yeah, I'm gonna say spring 5 because that sounds right to me. I also don't need all those items. There are all of these trees, but there's like a third type of tree as well. Like pine trees. There they are. All the pine trees grow in the grass. Or at least the less beach area. I think it's like something related to mountain terrain and other terrain. Ah yes, the different types of ground. Mountain and other. Also, field snack. You get an acorn, maple seed, and pine cone, so basically all the tree seeds. You get one of each, you can create something to eat. That's not the recipe in reference to hash browns, because the hash browns are... Well, are you really gonna make cooked potatoes with oil, regular potatoes, by hand? That's not possible, I do not believe. It might be worth collecting a number of seeds for trees. Because I am going to want a little bit of energy. That, and if I have to do that to get through everything that's in my way, that's going to waste a lot of energy. Which technically means the scythe would be more important to bring with me. But I didn't think of that. Oh yeah, there's foraging here too. And I think there's a secret. Just like a little secret area around here somewhere. Oh, right here it is. You got this tiny little area out here. You can't till it, but I think you can go fishing. I say think because I haven't tried to go fishing yet. Usually if you fish on farms, you just get garbage. And garbage isn't helpful. Neither is smacking a tree with a hoe. Oh yeah, be careful when you're knocking down trees and breaking items, because they can fall in the water. When they fall in the water, that's it. Very unfortunate, but that's how the struggles of farmland goes. I'm thinking you can catch fish here. If you have a dock, there has to be fish. There are also little patches of grass sitting around everywhere. Those slow you down. I spent the entire day on the farm, and I can still go do other things too. I think it's also Friday that makes it easier to greet a lot of the people in the game, which might be worth checking out some point later. There's also Alex, who on the help wanted board is asking for a red mushroom. Fun fact about red mushrooms, you can't get them this early in the game. Like, there are specific ways that you're able to get mushrooms in the game, and I have no means to do that right now. In fact, I probably won't for a good couple months in game. And depending on how often I play this, real life too. Yeah, you can also find little items sitting around, like the Pelican Town Ledger book, which is not necessarily helpful when it comes to single player. Multiplayer, though, it has its benefits, mainly allows you to either start off with, well, not start off with, what you start off with is what you said at the very beginning, which is specifically along the lines of, oh, abysmal. Not a single piece in the entire collection. What's this? You found something? Let me see it. Remarkable. It's very old. I'd love to study this in greater detail, but it is yours. Got a favor to ask you. Would you consider donating any new artifacts or minerals that you find? We can make a groundbreaking discovery together. Oh, and who knows? If you keep donating, I might come across some interesting items to send your way. Think about it, will you? If you decide to donate, just bring the objects to the front desk. And that's my low energy, tired take on a southern drawl. Artifacts that you pick up can be donated to the museum. Any little spot you have sitting around here. Finishing the quest also gives you a little green dun and a tiny bit of money. You're gonna want to go for as many quests as you get. Money is pretty nice. I have also spent more than I have earned. Well, no, I haven't spent more than I've earned. I have less than I've earned overall, including spending the 500 that I had on, like, potatoes and trout soup. I have wasted all my energy today. Whoa. And if you waste all your energy, you're kind of stuck without being able to do things. I could eat the trout soup. But trout soup also gives +1 fishing. And +1 fishing Honestly, I just saved the stat boosts for what I'm doing very specifically, like certain tasks that require that stat. I could shake trees for seeds. And you can too with a very simple trick. Walk up to a tree, shake it. Sometimes you'll get a seed out of it. If you get a seed out of a tree, you can either grow more trees or make more field snacks. I think that's it. Yeah, recollection, that seems like it's everything I can do. I'm really not giving much energy to anything. I'm just losing it. I really haven't done much for like any part of the game this entire stream, but I think at 1 hour it's good to kind of cut it off. This was a very low energy, low thought process attempt at a Stardew Valley stream, and I'm gonna keep it as it is. That chicken's not supposed to sound like that. I'm gonna call it for today. I got my little stream in and I have to save some energy and, more importantly, eat something because I didn't yet. I'm probably gonna see if I can get like a set date for Stardew Valley streams. I might just do it like Sundays. I don't know. Stardew Sunday, fun little thing. I'll workshop ideas. I'll figure it out. That's all. I'm off.